I stand here today to ask that you join me and the residents of the 30th Senate District in adjourning in memory of Margaret Lindgren. I first met Margaret because her daughter, Disa, and I were fellow advocates in the early care and education arena with the California Resource and Referral Network. And once I met Margaret, I understood where Disa got her advocacy chops from. Margaret passed on the 13th of January at the age of 87. While she was born in Canton, Ohio, to missionary parents, she spent several of her childhood years in China, in Shanghai. After returning to the U.S., the family settled in Claremont, California. She met and married Arnie Lindgren, and they had 2 children, my friend Disa and Disa's brother Alan. She became a nurse and worked at a Hawaiian plantation hospital, followed by a clinic, nursing home, elementary school, and she served as the healthcare coordinator for the Immaculate Heart Community residents in Los Angeles for many years. She was raised in the Congregational and United Methodist churches, and that was the source of her deep spiritual connection. She was a woman of prayer and service, emphasis and service to those in need. She was an enthusiastic presence at meetings in the Culver City community and marches. She was committed to doing the work of justice and peace. She advocated for human rights, women's rights, immigrant and refugee rights, farm workers, and the environment. Thanks to Facebook, we now can connect with constituents and colleagues on a more regular basis. And in recent years, as Margaret found herself slowing down and in a wheelchair more, I really enjoyed seeing the pictures of her in her wheelchair on evening strolls around Culver City with her Black Lives Matter t-shirt on. And let me say to my seatmate, Margaret looked like you and not like me. You often hear the term that someone has just a smile that lights up a room, and that has become kind of a common thing to say, but Margaret truly had a smile that just made you smile when you saw her. She was passionate. She was an advocate, an old school advocate who practiced what she preached every day. She is survived again by her daughter Disa and her son Alan, and 2 brothers predeceased her. Culver City and all of their activist community are mourning her loss, but are committing to continue the efforts that Margaret Lindgren brought to the Culver City Dem Club and Culver City activists all across the city. And I thank you for allowing me to remember her and adjourn this body in her memory.
Thank you, Senator Mitchell, and our thoughts and prayers go to Margaret Lindgren and the family and all the great things that she did in the Culver City community.